Leon?
DEI,
Holy crap.
Yi led a national shadow government of bureaucrats pushing an extreme diversity, equity, and inclusion agenda. Kimberly Yi, too liberal for school superintendent.
My PlayStation isn't working right now, so I'm just like, I'm gonna be reacting to some hefty videos. They actually hella funny, bro.
Today we're talking about the most hated human in the NBA, Bronny James. Now with the injuries to Luke and Austin Reeves, the Lakers have had to rely on a deeper rotation, which means Bronny James has been getting more minutes. The thing is, he's getting minutes against Ime Udoka, who just about a month ago called him a little bitch. And as a Bron Session myself, I gotta stand up for LeSperm, alright? Because this has got my blood boiling, because this isn't him a little bitch. And as a Bron Session myself, I gotta stand up for LeSperm, alright? Because this...
Bro, I feel like LeBron, he low-key looks like LeBron too, but bro, LeBron grazing has to, like, I mean, he's good and all, but like, bro, this is crazy, bro. Crody. He's wearing a LeBron jersey to sleep. That's actually...
This has got my blood boiling. This isn't the only time the internet has run away with Bronny slander, as he's received hate from fans, the media, superstar players in the league, even other basketball dads. But now that Bronny has played in the NBA for 2 years, there's a clearer view on the age-old question. Does Bronny belong in the NBA? Did he actually silver spoon his way into the league, or is he a legitimate NBA player, right? That's always been the question. Well, to answer these questions, we need to trace his career all the way back to high school, because while Senior was bringing Cleveland a championship, literally doing the most impossible tasks in the world, constructing super teams in the league, he was also constructing super teams for Bronny's AAU squad. The amount of ranked players this guy played with AAU, the GM had to have his fingers all over this. It's either him or Rich Paul. This AAU team had so much hype at the time that even LeBron had to get a part of the layup lines. Why is LeBron James dunking in a high school AAU layup line?
Hey, why did he do this?
I mean, just to name a few, these names might ring a bell.
Yeah.
Mikey Williams, Sky Clark, Dior Johnson, Gabe Cups, Big Jazair Jackson, his fat ass. He would have low-key been a good left tackle. I don't even know how a kid like this gets this fast.
That's low-key just on the parents, but
having this staff of a squad for Bronny was a blessing and a curse, because yes, he was winning, but also forced Bronny to be compared to all of these high school kids because they were literally on his team. And if you watch the film, he wasn't doing much. He was mainly a spot-up shooter with a ton of athletic potential, obviously if he had the genes. On top of that, he's also TikTok dancing, right? So, you know, he doesn't really seem like he's too serious about basketball. Even though we get the occasional IG Live of LeBron and Bronny chopping it up in the driveway, you know what I'm saying? Ha ha ha, James Gang, strive for greatness.
Oh, turnover. Coach, get him out. Get him out. Too many turnovers. Get him out, coach.
Yeah.
So right then and there, people started hating on him, all right? While he's in high school. Think about this. A high school kid getting hate from grown-ass adults. Just think about that concept. But to Bronny's credit, he just kept his head down and he kept working. He still played with stacked rosters. You know, when he went to Sierra Canyon, he was playing with some legit
Drake
players.
at the
Zaire
game?
Wade, D-Wade's son.
Yo. Cody, it's only high school.
Amari Bailey, who, you know, his mom, you know, knows Drake. Well, he got better and better as a high school player. Matter of fact, he was a 4-star prospect coming out of high school, which is really solid. But there was even more hate, right? Oh, Bronny doesn't deserve this ranking. All he does is spot up and shoot threes. He barely scores. Doesn't have what it takes. If his name was John Smith, he'd be a Twitch streamer. Once again, Bronny didn't shy away from the internet. Matter of fact, he leaned more into it by starting a Twitch account, live streaming his gaming sessions.
Would you smash Zaya Wade?
Why would you ask me that? Chaps.
Hold on.
Fine. He's a superstar, don't get it twisted, but he's a casual athlete. You know, that's fair. He's not athletic then, but I'm really, realistically, more honestly athletic than Kawhi.
Yo.
Like, you can't tell me this guy couldn't have been a streamer. This guy was gaming so much. He's literally a part of FaZe. FaZe Bronny. He's merged out. I'm telling you right now, this guy clearly had the chops to become a streamer. All right, he could have done it if he wanted to. But then things took a turn.
Yeah.
Because when Senior went on a road trip to Orlando, Bronny James got caught up in his first controversy. All right, smoking on Instagram Live. Now, this wasn't very on brand for the James gang, you know, because LeBron has had a very clean record throughout his time in the NBA. Hasn't really done anything controversial. But Sperm, on the other hand, hasn't even made the league yet. Right? Already putting himself in controversy. Now, first of all, just by this answer right here, asking him about his top 5 snacks.
Frozen cotton candy grapes.
Frozen cotton candy grapes. I mean, you already know. But LeBron's response.
Bro, those are good, bro. Wait. Bro, no slander on frozen cotton candy grapes, bro. Cotton candy grapes are like some of the best grapes I've ever had. Cotton candy grapes. Cotton candy grapes, yeah. Oh, yo, those are actually some of the. I don't know how they do it. They genuinely taste like cotton candy. Like, these are so good, bro. Like, you dead need to try them.
Even more hilarious. Because remember, GM, he was trapped in the bubble. Couldn't do anything. So all he could do was post this video. One of the most threatening videos I've seen on the internet. Not only is it threatening to Brawny, but the comedic effect and the timing of posting a video like this almost immediately died down the story. What I really like about Brawny is it's very easy for not just a high school kid, but for anyone to lose themselves throughout all the hate and animosity that he was getting. Because I think the mental aspect of playing basketball is super important to your game, which is why I decided to partner up with today's sponsor, BetterHelp. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I wasn't the best. Stuck with me for a very, very long time until I was in help for sponsoring this video. But back to he's very self-aware. Because usually, if you were to ask me, you know, who I would compare my NBA game to, I would say like James Harden or something, you know? Somebody cool. But Bronny James, he compares himself to Drew Holiday and Derek White. And this isn't disrespect to Drew Holiday or Derek White, NBA champions, but the fact that a kid has the humility to understand, disrespect to Drew Holiday or Derek White, NBA champion.
Bro. Why did I get this photo shoot?
But
bro, Drew Holiday's good, bro. What are we talking about? Like, he he was helping Giannis to get that, like, ring, bro. I can't believe he's traded to the Heat, by the way. Bro, the saddest thing that ever happened, bro. LaMelo Ball was traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Bro, this is the only NBA jersey I have, and it's a LaMelo Bourbon jersey. Bro, when I tell you he was my favorite player on the Charlotte Hornets, because I was born in Charlotte, bro. Cody, this is my guy, LaMelo Ball. Lameezy. And he was traded. Cody. We're finna miss you, LaMelo Ball. We'll miss you.
The fact that a kid has the humility to understand what type of archetype he is, I think that says a lot about him. I think with that type of mentality, he can really do anything. It explains why he's so multi-talented. But he wants to be an NBA player, and so he commits to USC, joins the #1 prospect of his year, Isaiah Collier, and he stays in Southern California. However, this is when things take a really bad turn.
Terribly disturbing news out of Los Angeles.
What families are going through today, Katie Hobbs doesn't just get it, she's lived it. As governor, she balanced the budget without raising taxes, reducing electricity bills, and cutting red tape to build more affordable housing. Katie Hobbs will keep working to make
Don't vote Katie Hobbs, she's ugly as fuck.
Arizona work better for you.
Bro, who genuinely sees the ads and I'm like, oh shoot, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go to Universal Technical Institute because I saw a YouTube ad. But I guarantee you nobody goes.
Bronny James, it is our breaking news. The 18-year-old son of LeBron James collapsed after suffering cardiac arrest during USC's practice.
Bronny passes out from cardiac arrest. Almost died. Had to wait 4 months after when the season started to get cleared to play for USC, all right? So already he started on the back foot. And while he showed some flashes here and there at USC, his final stat line wasn't pretty. But this is an indictment on Bronny. Like I said earlier, the guy almost died. Still managing to play 25 games, holding his own at the highest level of college basketball. It's still pretty impressive. Right after coming back to life and putting up this stat line, Bronny James declares for the NBA draft. Now, there's a lot of speculation for the reasons why he did this, but the main reason was because LeBron James is old as hell. It would have been a historic achievement, not just for Bronny, but for LeBron to actually play with his son. Declares for the draft.
That is one of the craziest achievements. Like, you play in the league, right? You see some fine shit, and like, I'm pretty sure LeBron married his high school sweetheart. You have a kid together. You raise the kid to be like 20, right? And you're still in the freaking league. How are you still in the league? You old ass motherfucker. Retire. You're gonna die. You're gonna get hit with the ball in the face and you're gonna fucking die. But anyway. And then your kid goes into the league and you're still in the goddamn league. It's been like 40 years and you're still in the league. And your son, and you play with your son. And like, that's crazy.
interested in having him do a draft workout. So clearly there was demand from NBA teams to see him work out, to see if they wanted to draft him. Now, more hate starts spewing in from this news because people are saying that the only reason why these teams are having Bronny work out for them is because they want to sign LeBron in free agency. If they feel like if they have Bronny on their team, there's a higher chance that LeBron James will join their basketball team, right? The thing is, they don't know who they're dealing with. Rich Paul, Clutch Sports CEO. If Bronny's name was Charles Jacobson and he was my client, I would do the same thing. Identify teams that have real interest. So it's simple. Teams like Minnesota, Dallas, Toronto, and ultimately the two teams he worked out for, Lakers and Phoenix. They were all interested in Bronny James. So from his perspective, my dad's the greatest basketball player to ever live, and he wants to play with his son. Whether or not it's because they believe in my athleticism or it's because of my dad, I'm still getting interest. My dream is to play in the NBA. Why would I not declare for the draft, right? The fans aren't trying to hear that, right? Silver spoon. Only in the league because your dad. Special treatment. As if LeBron James' son wasn't going to get special treatment. But then we get the draft day. And Rich Paul was back working the phones, this time sending threats to NBA teams. Because he was telling teams not to draft Bronny James. And that if they do, he will play in Australia. Because the Lakers held the 55th pick. With Rich Paul threatening teams, mixed with the owner threatening the Lakers to pick him or else he was going to leave LA, the perfect marriage came. Bronny James becomes a Laker with the 55th pick. And this is where the hate height. Because right as he sets his foot on an NBA court during the Summer League, we had Professor Brown giving his input to Angel Reese and her friend on the sideline, all right? Saying Bronny isn't a pro. Just corny. Especially when Bronny James has literally done nothing to this point except smoke on IG Live. Hater number 2, Stephen A. Smith.
In 13 games, he has played 44 minutes. He has scored 4 points. He is shooting 1 of 16 from the field, 0 for 7 from three-point range. How are you doing him favors? We know that he's not ready yet. You know what these numbers mean. It's a wonderful dad. I swear to y'all on everything I love, I'm not trying to be disrespectful in any way. To propel it to a point where he's on the bench, he's in uniform, he's taking up a roster spot, and now you're giving him time in the first quarter, and you see the absence of